morning everyone, this is Bremster and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle by Virtual. Don't be put off by the rules on this one. There is a summary in the rules of the complex bit and you will be okay if you pay attention to the summary. Well, I can't promise you'll be okay, but at least it's less daunting. We'll get to that in a second. Yep, it's April and March of the Quads is still running. Details of that is below. I am still working on the video for setting puzzles and all the cosmetic stuff and being able to enter solution codes and everything. That's just taking a little bit more work than I expected, and I am really stuck for free time at the moment. Work is getting me working extra hours and all sorts of stuff is going on. So that's got to be my priority. I'm doing a video day while working a full-time job, and yeah, it's just a busy time for me right now. But the main focus and the thing we're here for is the puzzle Do Have a Go by Virtual. And even though the rules can be a little bit daunting, the ones I've put on the screen are the summary, but on the puzzle and in the description below are the full rules. So let's have a look at those. The first one is the easy one. Normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. The next one is also a bit familiar, which is normal Kropki Pairs rules, which is cells separated by a white dot must be consecutive. Cells separated by a black dot must be in a 1 to 2 ratio, which just means that one must be the double of the other. Not all dots are given. So you can pick cells that are not separated by dots and they could be consecutive and they could be in a 1 to 2 ratio with each other, but we don't have to know that in advance. Then there is normal Go rules apply. And I'll read out the detailed rules here because they're kind of cool, but the summary is what matters. So the detailed rules are black and white stones, which I'm assuming are the black and white dots, are represented by, no, I'm wrong. Black and white go stones are represented by even and odd digits. So even digits will be, I assume black. Oh, I'm not sure it matters. So black and white go stones are represented by even and odd digits. 5 represents unplayed positions. So 5 will be empty spots on a go board, also known as eyes or liberties. All connections in Go are orthogonal, so there's no diagonal connections. Diagonally adjacent stones have no effect on each other. Stones are captured when the chain of connected stones has no remaining liberties adjacent to it. As all digits must appear in the solution, none may be in atari, under threat of capture, when the grid is full. That, when I first read it, just what it means is orthogonally connected groups of 2, 4, 6, and 8, or 1, 3, 7, or 9 must touch at least 2 different 5s. Just focus on that summary. Orthogonally connected groups of 2, 4, 6, 8, or 1, 3, 7, 9 must touch at least 2 different 5s. So if you've got a set of odd digits, not including 5, that is like this, say that was a set of odd digits, and let's say this was a set of even digits. Is that possible? Yes. These each must touch 2 different 5s. That would not be possible because I can't put 2 5s in the row, but that's what it means. When you must make groups of odds without 5s and evens, and each of those groups that are orthogonally connected must touch 2 different 5s. That's it. The Go stuff, if you understand Go, which I played Go a little bit many years ago, probably makes sense to you. Didn't to me. The summary is what matters. And I apologize to Virtual for butchering his obviously cleverly written rules, but yeah, the summary, just focus on the summary. It's all I've included above me up there. Hi. Anyway, so with that, this puzzle is solvable, so I'm going to give it a shot now. Okay, for you, that was just a couple of seconds since I said, let's give this a shot. For me, it's been over a day. I had some massive lifestyle interruptions, so I'm actually now going to try and do more than a couple of minutes of the puzzle. Yeah, that's what happens when you're me. Okay, so let's actually give this a shot. So, Yeah, so I don't even remember where I started. It was over a day since I looked at this. So we have a run of three Kropki dots. So on a run of three Kropki dots, there you can't put 3, 6 because you'd have to put 3, 6 and then repeat the digit, and you can never use 5, 7, or 9. So these are 2, 4 in the middle with 1, 2, 4, 8 at the ends. You can never put 1 in the middle because you'd have to put 2 on both sides. Yeah, 1 in the middle would put 2 on the outsides, 8 in the middle would put 4 on the outsides, and you hit the 3, 6 problem. So that's all that's possible on a run of 3 Kropkis. There's another one down here, so that's 2, 4, and these are 1, 2, 4, 8. They must contain, and it's easier to pencil mark here, but they must contain 2 or 4. If you don't put 2 or 4 on these, then you hit a problem. And it's the same down here. I'm actually going to pencil mark it because I do know what that means. Um, okay, yeah, I think this column and doing the basic pencil marking I'm about to do is as far as I got before I got interrupted. So what we have here is we have 6 cells that are on Kropki dots. There are 3 digits you cannot put on a black Kropki dot, so these are 5, 7, and 9. Now, when you have 3 Kropki dots that see each other like this, one of them must be 1, 2, one of them must be 4, 8, and one of them must be 3, 6. And the reason for that is if you look at the black Kropki dots, 1, 2, 3, 6, 4, 8, or the digits that can go on a black Kropki dot, if you were to use 2, 4, because you can only do 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, and 4, 8. They're the only possibilities of a 1 to 2 ratio. If you use 2, 4, then you knock out both 1, 2, and 4, 8, and then you'd have 2, 4, and 3, 6 to fill 3 dots. It doesn't work. So you lose 2, 4, and the only possibilities are 1, 2, 3, 6, and 4, 8. So one of these will be 1, 2, one of these will be 3, 6, and one of these will be 4, 8. This one cannot be 1, 2 because neither 1 or 2 are consecutive with 5, 7, 9. So these are, can't put the 3 at the top. So this is 3, 6, or 4, 8 down here. That was just for me using the bit of the grid to explain, not possible candidates. So 1, 2 must go up here, and I cannot put the 2 here. So this is either, so if the 2 goes in, 2 must be in one of those digits is what we've discovered. Which means 2 is in one of those digits because, and not in the middle. Okay. So if this is 5, this has to go up. Actually, I should have reminded myself of the rules because this is not just a normal Kropki puzzle. So yes, every run of, it's been a day. As I said, a full day for me. Every run of these, no, I can't just mark these as odd. I can make this as even and I can mark this as even, but I can't just mark these as odd because in this puzzle, 5s don't count as that odd set. They're a different thing. So that's important to remember. But 5 here must jump, can't go down to 4. 4 is not available, so it can go up to 6. 7 can talk to 6 or 8, and 9 can only connect to 8. So that is also an even digit. One of these must be even. And 5 or 8, 6 or 8 can only connect to 5, 7, or 9. So this is a 5, 7, 9 run. 3 is up here. Maybe I can do something over here. Because this is a run of 3 digits. So if I put, I know some people think this is dumb, but it works for me, and I think a lot of other people do similar things when they're trying to visualize. So if I put 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4 would work, but I can't put 1 here because I'd have to put 2 on both sides. So there's no 1 here. 2, 4, 5, 6 would work. 3, 6. Oh, actually, that seems to have almost all options available. 3, 6 could go 5, 4 or 7. Oh, okay, that was not. It's surprisingly unlimited. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 5, 6, 3, 6, 5, 4, or 7, 8, 4, 8, 7, 6, 4, 2 wouldn't work. Actually, 2, 1, yeah. Okay, that was not a fruitful exercise. I need to search for my fruit elsewhere. It's probably this column because, as I said, one of these has to be one of two and one of them has to be 4, 8. So there's a 1, 2 up here. There is a 3, 6. And 3 is limited to those. So if that's 3, 6, that's 3, that's 6. That's 3, 6, that's 3, that's 6, and 3, 6 goes up there. If that's 4, 8, then I have to put 3, 6 up here somewhere. Hang on, if this is 3, 6, if this is 3, 6, these are 1, 2, these become 1, 2, 4, 8. So what goes on that dot? Because I can't use anything that goes on there. Wait a minute, that's odd. So whatever I put onto that dot can't go onto any of those because this cell would see both of those, and of course these can't be the same. So if I put 1, 2 here, I can't put 1, 2 here as an example. So this can never be 1, 2. So this is 3, 6, 4, 8 because we know one of these is 1, well, 2 is in here. So this is 3, 6, 4, 8. But if this is 3, 6, then this has to be 3, 6 because I can't put it there. And then I have to put 3, 6 in there where I can't. This can't be 3, 6. There's no 3, 6 in here. This is 4, 8. So 3, 6 now has to be up here. Or- 3, 6 is up here. I know the order. Sorry, because I've got the 1, 2, 4, 8 here. That's 8. That's 4. That's not 5. 5 is in here. This is not 5. 7, 9 can... No, can still be next to both. But that is odd. There's no 8 in these. So this is 2. Those are a 1, 4 pair. But this is 1, 3, 8. Yeah, no, 6 can go in here. What's going on? There's something weird happening with this interaction, and I'm not seeing it. If this is 3, 6 now, this is 3, 6. This becomes 2, 1. I think that's all okay. This is odd. These are even. Wait a minute, that's a problem. No, it's not. Hang on. I can put 1, 5 in here. So if this was odd, it would only ever touch 1. Oh no, I could get out there. If this is odd, I can get out that way. But if this is a 2, all of the 5s, all of the odd digits in here could only ever touch 1, 5. That can't be a 2. This is a 2. I do have a virtual 6, 8 pair. This is 4, 8. So these are 1, 2, 3, 6. This is not 2. This is not 1. Four is up here. But if I go 4... No, this is 1, 2... Of course, this is what it was exactly what I was talking about before. This is 1, 2, 3, 6. So whatever is here doesn't go on here. This is the same as this. This is not 3, 6. This is 4, 8, which makes this the 6. This is a 7. This is a 5. Let's use green. This is a 9, which is... I'm going to try and use my keyboard highlighting again. So this is the 5. So this odd is now touching a 5. These odds are touching a 5. This even is touching a 5. This is not a 6, so this is not a 3. Four, 8. But they're both even. They're both even? That's all of the evens. And I can't put a 5 here, so that is odd. The other thing that is odd is this puzzle and what it does to my brain. So one of these is a 5. But these evens need to touch 2 5s. Now they'll get 1 out here, surely. So they have to touch the 5 in this box? Or could they possibly connect up somehow and touch the 5 here in... Oh, hang on. They can't touch... But I could go even, even, even... Or even, even, even... 5, 5 maybe? So this is 1 or 3. That's a 1, 3 pair. Because... Oh, that had to be odd. That had to be odd. I've got the 5. That's a 1, 3 pair. There's no 1 in here. These are all even. Which means that's the 4. It is so easy to miss stuff in this puzzle. So the odd digit to put in here is a 6, which has to go down here. So this is 1 or 3, this is 2 or 6. Wait a minute, there's a 6 that has to go down here. So one of these is 5. No, I could still put the 5 down here. No, I can't put an even in. Oh, these could both be odd, which would make that 5. Okay, I've got a 1, 3 looking over here. So let's remove 1 and 3, which means I can remove 6 from there. Okay, so looking back at that dot, that, I don't know, kind of helps, maybe? And the thing is, I keep looking at these dots saying I've got an even and an odd, therefore, but 5 could go on the dot and is not considered odd. Well, 5 can't go there. But now, that's even. And that's huge. Is that huge? Because if this is the 1, 2, there is an even in here. And if this is the 3, 6, there's an even in here. So none of these can be even. None of these can be even. I can only put one odd digit in here. So these are 5 and odd. So the 5 has to go in here somewhere. That has to be the 5, surely. That has to be the 5. Because if this isn't the 5, let's say, for example, I put the 5 here. And I put, I don't know, I'm picking a digit. I put a 1 here. How many 5s is that one, that series of odd digits touching? It's only touching 1, which breaks the go rule that every series of block of odd and evens has to touch 2. This has to be the 5, and then this will be a run of odd digits that has to get out. So this can't be the even. That has to be the odd. That has to be the even. So this is not the 1 or the 3, and this is not a 2 or a 6. Seven is in here because it can't be there. That 9 has made that a 7 so long ago that it's probably got some sort of congenital heart disease. This odd even block rule is crazy. So that means 5 is in one of those two now. So I need to make it that the 6 has to go here, surely. Or could go there. Because if it can't go in the middle. Because if it goes in the middle, it's isolated. It'll only touch that 5 if that's a 5. So if that's a 6, it will connect to that one and touch 2 5s. If it connects to 6 here, right, that'd be fine. So this here, right there, that cell is odd. Now, if that's a 6, hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not... If that's a 6, this digit becomes odd. And how does it get out? It's completely trapped by its own 5. Because it can't get that way through because there's a 6 in the way. Because remember, this is the 6, so this is odd. And so it'd have to go through here to get out, but it can't do that because one of them's a 5, one of the 5s it needs. So if this is a 6, this entire box is completely in trouble. So this is now odd. And if this is the 5, then these 3 odd cells are only touching the 1 5. This is the 5. I have no idea how you come up with a puzzle like this. But now this is touching 2 5s, and where these cells are happy as a pig in something. Those are 139. This is 139. I could have pencil marked that a while ago, but didn't. This is not the 1, because we've still got this over here. So how do I grow out from here? Well, this is not 3 6, so it's 1 2 4 or 8 because I can't use the 6. This can't use a 4, so it's 1 2 or 3 6. These have to be sequential, so that can't be an 8. That can't be a 6. So if that can't be an 8, that doesn't change anything. That can't be a 6, that can't be a 3. Consecutive rather than sequential is the word I should have used. Now this is not even. I know that, but it could still be a 5, I think. But it's not even. These evens need to get out, but these odds need to either touch a 5 or grow. Can't put a 5 here. The fact that you can't put a 5 on a dot, I think, is key to this puzzle. So one of these two cells needs to be even. One of these two cells needs to be even. How stupid am I? I was doing all of the consecutive eliminations here and didn't even notice the 2 I had. There's no 2 here. Now this has to be 3 and 4 because 1 is no longer consecutive with anything. 3 goes with 6 and 4 goes with either 2 or 8. This is even, this is even, this is odd. I now have a 2-8 pair, which happens to be even. That takes 4 out of there, which takes 8 out of there. That's got to put some pressure on this, doesn't it? This has to be at least 5. So these are from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is not 7 or 9. Can't put 9 in the middle. Can't put 9 at the end. 9, 8, 7 doesn't work. There's no 9 there. So now I can't put 8 in the middle. So can't put 5 in the middle because I can't go down to 4. This is not 6. So 5, 6, 7. 5 here would go 6, 7. That doesn't work. 5, 6, 7 or 8, 7, 6 works. 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 8, 7. That can't be an 8. That is a 6, 7 pair, which means that's not a 6 and that's not a 3. Which means that can't be a 2, which it couldn't be when I took... And that's a 4. Mind blown. which makes that an 8 and that a 4. If I type it once, this is now a 3 or a 5. Now remember, the 5 is not odd. And this is 2, 4, or 6 without being 4, because I was just doing the consecutive. And then so 4, 3, 2 or 4, 5, 6. So 8, 4, 5, 6, or 4, 3, 2, or 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, I don't think I've got enough information to think about the position of 5s yet. Although I need to worry about it soon because I'm running out of info. Now, I've got a bunch of pairs here. This is even. This is a triple. Because I've got ones, everything else is pairs. So 1, 2, 3. I need to put 4 in here. I need to put 5 in here. Need to put 9 in here. Well, 9 is not consecutive with either 4 or 5. So this is 4, 5. This becomes 9. I can't put 5 on a black dot. That's a 5. That's a 4. So I have the 5. That is even. That is odd. So much for doing it by keyboard. This is 2 or 8. I have a 2, 8 pair. It's all 4 evens. These are odd. This is even because while I don't know what all the odd values are, I definitely know what all the even values are. These are odd because I've got all 4 evens and the 5, so these are odd. Now, that can be any of the even values, 2, 4, 6, or 8. So that doesn't limit that very much at all. But this needs to get another 5, and this needs to talk to 2 5s. Now, it can't get to that one. It could get to that one by running across here, or to this one by running down. But if it ran across, not sure. That 5 is causing a problem for this set of evens. One of these now needs to be even. There's a 4 in one of those two. So 1, 3, or 7. Hang on. This is odd without being a 5. This is a 1. This is not a 1. This is a 3, 7 pair. This is a 1, 9 pair. So these are 2, 5, and 8 to complete this row. 5 is in one of those two. This odd rule is just breaking my brain. That can be... Except that's only 2 or 8 because it's consecutive with 1 or 9. Why didn't I look at that ages ago? 2 or 8 is the only thing consecutive with 1 or 9, both of which are even. Now this is 1, 3, 7, 9. Well, it's not 7. But they are still all odd. Hang on, this is a 2. That makes this an 8. Which makes this the 5. This is not the 5. But this 8 means this is not 1 or 3. These are both 9. That's a 1. That's even. 2, 8 means this is a 6 and this is a 5. That doesn't lock that in. Surely now I'm worrying about odd even and where they go. Like if this is 7, 6, this 6 is going to be very alone. This is not 8 anymore. These are not 9 anymore. This is 9. Two is in one of those. Two is in one of those. Because I can't. These are from 1, 2, 3, and because they can't be 4, 5, 6, this has to either be from 1, 2, or 2, 3, or from 7, 8, or 8, 9. And I can't use the 8. So this has to be 1, 2, or 2, 3. So 2 is in here. I'm not seeing how I can use that. What about this dot? 1, 2 is fine, 2, 3 is fine, 3, 4 is not, 4, 5 is not, 5, 6 is not, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 6, 7, 7, 8 is not. So they're the only possibilities. So it's either got a 2 in it or a 6, 7. So I've got a virtual 2, 6 pair. I can't put 1 there, so I can't put 2 there. These are 4 digits. 2, 4, 6, and 5. Well, I can't put 5 there. So I can't put a 3 on that stupid dot. That's been a 2, 4 forever. So that's the 5, that's the 6. The puzzle's not stupid, I am. That 4 makes that the 2 and that the 4, and I get the distribution of those, which makes that the 1 and that the 4. And I now know that is odd. Wait, that odd's going to have to touch 2 5s. And it's only got that one. This is going to have to touch 2 5s. This has to connect up down here now. And it can't go that way because that's too many evens in the box. That has to be even. And then the other even has to go in one of those 2 spots. Now that is 6 because it's all that's left for the row. And these now become odd. Which means this is the even because if I put it over here, it's isolated. This is now even and that is an 8. This is not 6 anymore. Which means this is not 7. This is very strange puzzle. So this is 3 or 7. This is 3 or 7. This is 3 or 7. It's all that's left in the column. So hello oddness. And it doesn't matter where I put the 1 and the 5 in here, because if this is the 5, this set of odd digits will reach up, and this set of odd digits will reach in, and the same if I put it there. So that's actually, except I've got the 5. But from a Go logic point of view, that could have been ambiguous. But from a Sudoku perspective, it absolutely is not. So the minute I start thinking about Go logic, it completely doesn't help me. That's not the 9, so that is the 9, and that is a 3, 7, and they are all odd. That is a 3-7 pair, taking 3 out of there. 1-6 means that's not a 3. This is a 2-7. 3-7-2. This 2 makes this the 8, which makes this the 2, which makes this the 8 and makes this the 2. These are one. Hang on, is this the only? Yeah, this is the only place for a 9 for a while now. These are 1-3-7. Yeah, very cool puzzle. If that is a 6, this 3 is only touching. This 3 will be surrounded by 3 even digits and 1 5, and that doesn't work. That is the 7, that is the 6. It's the 2, 2, and that is the 8 because of what I've done in box 5. Now, this still needs to reach another 5 somehow. I'm just confirming what I've done here. So this is all touching 2 5s, this is 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 touching 2 5s. So this still is not. Now there is a 5 in one of those two cells. No, there's not. That is a color your 5s, Bremster. That will place the last 5 in the grid and limit your options quite a lot. How is this going to work? If that is odd, this 6 is very, very sad. This is not 1 or 3, that is 2. No, I'm taking 2 out of that cell. That is even. But this still has to get out further. Because if this is odd and this is odd, these are still very unhappy cells. This is even, and that means that is an 8. This 1 is looking at making that 3. These are actually all odd, which are, that is the 7, and these are a 1, 9. Now, again, if this is odd, these are still very unhappy, so that is even. If that is even, these are very unhappy. So that is odd, and therefore not 4. That is 4. That is not 4. This is 1, 3, or 7, and it's not 1. So I've now got a 3-7 pair, making that 2, which makes that even. That has to be 1. 6 is not consecutive with 2. The 2 makes that 6 and that 2. The 1 makes that 9 and that 1. I keep looking for how I've missed something for these 1, 3. It's got to happen in this box, I hope. Or I've missed it and I'll have to look for it when I've done more up here. So 6 goes right in the middle because of Sudoku. This is only missing an odd digit, which is a 9. So these are I've got to put an 8 in here, which has to go right there. No, 8. Recolor. I was in color mode when I hit the 8. So this is an odd digit, which is a 3 or a 7. And that 7 sees it. That is a 3. That is a 7. That is not a 7. That is a 7. 2 is not in a Kropki relationship with a 3. That is a 1. That is a 3. That is a 1. That is a 3. That is a 1. That is a 3. I was focusing too much on Sudoku and not too much on the variant logic. And similar down here. Wow. Awesome. Wow. Everyone says I need to focus more on Sudoku when I was and not paying enough attention to the variants for a while. That was really fun. I hope you did have a go. That puzzle was really strange. So yes, those are touching 2 5s. That is touching. Please tell me that's yes, 2 5s. That is touching those 2 5s. 2 5s touching this block. 2 5s touching this block. 2 5s touching this block. Two fives touching this block. That was really cool. Yep, it looks good. That was fun. The trick in this column and figuring out this, I think that was a really harsh opening, and then the the odd logic down here and realizing that you were going to trap all the odd digits down here if you weren't very careful about the placement of the sixes. And then I think I had to do something similar up here with fours, or was it in here? That Oh, and up here as well when I started growing this out. And if had the four in two places, and if I didn't grow the evens and then grow the odds, very cool stuff. That is a very clever puzzle. Good for one-offs. I like these rules. The go rule explanation, I remember being, when I first looked at it, just going, huh? And then I saw the summary and just went, oh, okay, yeah, that makes some sense. I can work with that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. The thumbnail for this one is going to be interesting to make. And not that you will see it, but I'm sorry it took 2 days for me to make this video. Thanks again for watching, and good luck with your solving.